Jason's wife wanted him to sign the divorce papers, so she just whipped a belt across his head. That hit somehow woke up 2 years of locked-away memories rubbing his red forehead. He suddenly burst out laughing. Vivian. Who do you think you married? Vivian frowned at him, like she was looking at a lunatic. He signed the divorce papers right in front of her, then turned around and dialed a number he hadn't touched in 2 years. An annoyed woman's voice picked up. Who's this? He said just one word. It's me. The second he said it, the woman on the line went silent. Are you insane? How would I know who you are? He chuckled softly. Voice cold as ice. Chloe. Is it that I can't swing a blade anymore, or that you've gotten cocky? The line went dead silent. Then an excited voice came through. Jason, she gasped. He just hummed lightly and her voice cracked with hurt. You vanished for 2 years. I thought you ran off with some woman. He cut her off and sent his location. Sent come pick me up the next morning. A diamond-studded Ferrari pulled up right in front of him. A silver-haired beauty ran up and gave him a bear hug. He shoved her off without a second thought. Got straight in the car while she stomped her foot, pouting, you heartless man. I flew all night from England and this is how you treat me. He couldn't care less. He had already spent 2 years being pushed around. Now it was time to find whoever wiped his memory, but just 2 days later, Vivian came home exhausted from a trip thinking she finally had a lead on Ava, her first love. But it turned out to be nothing. Then the maid handed her the signed divorce papers. Mr. Chen walked away with absolutely nothing. Vivian scoffed on the spot, walked away with nothing. That man just loves playing the victim for sympathy. She was sure he'd be starving on the street within 2 days. She immediately ordered the divorce to be finalized right away, but the moment she said it, her assistant rushed in. Mom, Mr. Chen. Vivian furrowed her brow. Did he come back again? The assistant shook her head. No, Mom, he's been spotted going in and out of a hotel with Chloe, the British heiress. They never came out all night. Vivian's face went dark as night. Meanwhile, at the city's most exclusive club, a row of beautiful women stood in front of Jason. Chloe worried he was bored, so she called them to keep him company. He swirled his glass, eyeing the models in front of him, thoroughly pleased. No wonder this place is the city's biggest playground. The women here are stunning across the board. Not a bit less than that woman Vivian, if she can leave him for her first love. Why can't he go find some women too? Ladies, keep me company. Have fun and I'll take care of you. The women immediately started pouring his drink, scooting closer to him. Hey, handsome, cheers to you. Meanwhile, upstairs, Vivian was drinking with Karen in a private room. After a few rounds, Karen suddenly spoke up. Boss, you've been searching for years, maybe it's time to let it go? Vivian had been searching for a man named Ava for 5 years, even posting a $3 billion bounty on the dark web. But still no trace of her. Karen knew how capable Vivian was. If she still hadn't found her after all these years, Ava was probably already gone. But Karen didn't dare say that to her face. Vivian said nothing, just downed her glass. Her dark eyes like a bottomless frozen pond. Karen knew her temper and dropped the subject. She changed topics instead. Did Jason really agree to divorce you? Everyone knew that after you saved him 2 years ago, he fell for you at first sight. He chased after you relentlessly, wanting to give himself to you completely. Later, you married him just to get your family off your back about marriage. He went out of his way to please you, practically handing you his heart on a platter. He loved you so much, how could he agree to divorce so easily? Vivian thought of him going in and out of that hotel with Chloe, and her face darkened instantly. Huh? Right then? Karen suddenly pointed downstairs, looking confused. That guy in the white shirt down there, why does he look just like Jason? Karen rubbed her eyes again. No, wait. There's no way Jason could look that good. Vivian narrowed her eyes and looked where she was pointing in the VIP section downstairs. A dozen young pretty women surrounded a guy in a shirt. He sat on the couch, legs stretched lazily across the coffee table. Casually swirling the wine in his glass, one of the women refilled it for him. He tilted his chin up and gave her a charming smile. Like some devil that could steal anyone's heart, it really is him. Vivian stared at him downstairs, her heart lurched hard. No way that's actually Jason. Karen kept double-checking. She wasn't seeing things. Her eyes practically bulging out of her head. He called that many models. He really doesn't hold back, does he? Vivian stared at him. Eyes ice cold. Getting caught with Chloe was one thing. But now he's shameless enough to come to a club and hit on other women. Sorry, excuse me, you were flirting up a storm. When you suddenly felt a sharp gaze locked onto you, you turned your head and saw a familiar figure walking straight toward you. The corner of your mouth curled up in amusement. Vivian pushed through the crowd and stopped right in front of you. The ink on the divorce papers isn't even dry and you're already out here fooling around Jason. You're that desperate, huh? You leaned back on the couch, grinning wide. Life is short. Gotta enjoy it while you can. Vivian glared down at you. Her face darkening behind her, Karen whispered, maybe he's just heartbroken and acting out. You stretched your arms out, draping them over the shoulders of the women on either side. Your smile getting even more charming, Karen. You're joking, right? Tall, elegant women. Sweet, gentle ones. Cute little ones, isn't that the whole package? Why would I give up the whole forest for one nasty woman? Karen was stunned. He just called Vivian a nasty woman. Is this even the Jason she knew? Vivian stared at you, surrounded by women, her expression darker than ever. The man in front of her was nothing like the meek, spineless pushover who used to swallow every insult. So did I say something wrong, boss? You met her eyes, a sharp glint flashing through yours. Seeing the other women standing off to the side, you crooked a finger, smiling seductively. Why are you all so far away? Come pour me a drink. The women started to move closer. When a sharp glare suddenly shot their way, Vivian growled. The women got so scared their legs went weak and they bolted. The Blackwell heir, this generation's reaper, is known for being ruthless. Cross her and you're done for. You glared right back at her. Vivian karma will get whoever ruins someone's fun. Vivian's fists clenched tight, veins bulging on her forehead. Jason, we're not officially divorced. Yet there's a mandatory 1-month cooling off period for divorce, which means we can't finalize it for another month. You laughed coldly, Vivian. Don't tell me you want to get back together. That'd only happen if I actually wanted it. Vivian scoffed. Don't flatter yourself. You poured yourself another drink completely unbothered. Good, then that's settled. Vivian stared at this arrogant, insufferable version of you, unable to figure out what went wrong. Just 2 days ago, you were begging her not to divorce you. Now you're a completely different person. What's going on between you and Chloe? You raised an eyebrow. None of your business, ex-wife, right then? Chloe shocked and hurt. Voice rang out. She stood a distance away, pointing at Vivian. Jason. You got married behind my back to some random woman. Instantly, a dark aura seeped into Vivian's eyes. The air around her grew heavy. You shot her a look full of quiet menace, and Chloe immediately backed down. She made a zip-it gesture. Vivian, a decent ex, should act like they're already dead. You get it. Jason. Vivian looked like she wanted to curse you out, but you couldn't be bothered. You waved Chloe over. Let's go somewhere else. Chloe eagerly trailed after you. I know a private club. The models there are even better than here. From all over the world, Vivian watched you walk away. A thought suddenly crossed her mind. How does Jason even know Chloe, a British national? And they clearly seem close. 2 years ago, you were injured and lost your memory. You remembered nothing, and for the past 2 years, you lived quietly in her private estate. Never even going out to work. There's no way you could have met Chloe on your own. Vivian's eyes flickered. Unless they knew each other before. Karen. Dig up everything you can on Chloe. I want to know everything connecting her to Jason. She paused, then added, and check into Jason's background too. Karen agreed, then teased, boss. Why does it feel like you're the one who got dumped here on the drive over? Chloe kept pestering you about your relationship with Vivian. Unable to dodge any longer, you gave a quick explanation. She saved my life 2 years ago. I married her to repay the debt. Now that her first love turned up, we're getting divorced. Chloe stared at you in disbelief. Wait, she saved your life? You're always the one saving people. I never imagined someone actually saved you. You nodded. Someone hired assassins to hunt me down. Chloe's expression changed. The Reapers are an infamous East Asian assassin group. Notoriously ruthless and arrogant, every one of them willing to die for the right price. As long as the payout is big enough, they'll do anything. You thought back to that close call in the jungle 2 years ago, a dark glint flashing in your eyes. Who exactly hired that hit trying to get you killed? Chloe asked. Did you find out who was behind it? You shook your head. I only got my memory back 2 days ago. Haven't had time to start digging. Chloe spoke up seriously. Give me 2 days, I'll look into it. Chloe suddenly remembered something. Oh right. There's a bounty post on the dark web for you. The reward is already up to $3 billion. You raised an eyebrow. $3 billion? Who has that kind of money to spend trying to kill me? Chloe thought about it. Doesn't seem like it. They're probably trying to take you alive. Offering that much for me. They're probably desperate for my help. You shrugged it off. There's always some bounty on me on the dark web. But hardly anyone actually dares to take it back at the hotel. After washing up and getting ready for bed, you suddenly remembered something important. Your jade pendant was still with Vivian 2 years ago when you married her. You gave her that jade pendant as a wedding gift, not realizing how important it actually was. Now that your memory was back, you regretted it deeply. Something that important you shouldn't have given away so carelessly. Without that pendant, things would get seriously complicated going forward. So you get that pendant back no matter what. The next morning, Karen went straight to Vivian's office. This is everything I could dig up on Jason. Vivian opened the file. Inside there were only a few sparse lines. That's it. Karen shrugged, looking helpless. Jason's info seems to have been encrypted by someone beyond the basics. There's literally nothing to find. Vivian frowned. This was something she hadn't expected at all. Normal people don't go this far. She stared at the file in her hand, a cold glint flashing in her dark eyes. Right then, Nina knocked and walked in. Boss, Mr. Chen is here. Before Nina could even finish, she was yanked back by her collar from behind. The next second, you strode in radiating confidence. Vivian stared at you, a flash of unmistakable awe crossing her eyes. You were wearing a long black trench coat today, belted at the waist, your posture sharp as a blade. Dark and dangerously alluring. Jason. Karen stared at you. Recalling your wild stunt at the club last night, you ignored her. Walked straight up to Vivian. Give me back my jade pendant. Vivian, staring at the completely different aura radiating off you. She frowned. What jade pendant, you scoffed? You knew right away she forgot you remembered when you gave it to her. She didn't even glance at it, just tossed it on the table. When we got married, I gave you a jade pendant. Vivian thought about it carefully. Oh right, there's that. 2 years ago when she saved you, the pendant was hanging around your neck, with your name engraved on it. Vivian leaned back in her chair. You came all this way just for that pendant. You crossed your arms. Obviously, Vivian, you didn't think I came here to beg you to take me back, did you? Vivian's face darkened as she stared at you. Good, that's better. Give me back my pendant. You had no patience left to waste on her. You held out your hand again. Vivian gave you a flat look. Threw it away ages ago. She actually threw away your pendant. Vivian's face stayed blank. Why would I be obligated to keep everything you give me? You slammed your hand on the desk, face flushed with anger. Vivian, where did you throw it? Vivian remained expressionless. Forgot your fist clenched tight. Your dark eyes boring into her, wanting nothing more than to strangle her. Vivian caught the flash of murderous intent in your eyes and found it even more amusing. 2 years married, and this was the first time she'd seen you this angry. The two of you stared each other down for a long moment. Then you suddenly laughed. Vivian, I'll give you 10 days if you can't find my pendant by then. I'll go to court and withdraw the divorce filing during this 1 month cooling off period. As long as one party objects, either of us can withdraw it at the registry any time. Vivian froze, her expression darkening instantly. She knew you wouldn't let go of this divorce that easily. This pendant thing was clearly an excuse you'd planned all along. What a calculating man. You crossed your arms. grinning wider as long as I don't agree to the divorce. Your precious first love stays nothing but a shameful mistress if he really loved her that much. Why would he let her be a mistress? Vivian glared at you coldly. Jason, listen up. This divorce is happening no matter what. You laughed coldly. Then you better find my pendant fast. If you can't find it, I'll have the entire Blackwell family come pay Vivian a visit. That's the only chance I'm giving you after saying that you shot her one last warning look. Then turned and walked out cleanly the moment you stepped out of the office. You saw a man dripping with wealth walking towards you. Derek saw you coming out of Vivian's office and froze for a second. Derek pointed at you angrily. Jason, what are you doing here? You raised an eyebrow. Derek, the Whitmore family's eldest son, one of Vivian's many admirers ever since you married her. He never stopped causing trouble for you. You shot back, irritated. None of your damn business back when you tried to please Vivian. You kept your temper in check, trying hard to be a decent, respectable husband. Every time Derek came looking for trouble, you just silently took it.